I know this is the HP is the one that I've been, actually, he's already on. I'm on that. See? I'm at the podium now. And put it at my desk. Actually, I was thinking, can I just do that? Because nobody will be here. The who? Oh, the flash drive, yeah. Okay, I could do that. I'll do it. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Frank? Hey, Frank?
Hello?
Okay, I can hear now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, good. So who else is here? I see Ron, Michelle, Frank, and Barb. Is that right?
Yes. Frank, I didn't have my headset on, so it's on now. I can hear.
So is everybody else able to hear me? Is Ron on?
Well, Ron doesn't have his headset yet on yet.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Michelle?
Yes, I can hear you now, Frank.
All right.
I didn't know if I needed to dash up to the township or not.
No, you're good, Jim.
Barb,
Okay,
you're
now-
on twice. You have two screens going. I can't
Hit
hear
your
her.
space bar, Barb.
How can I have two screens going?
It looked like you connected once with no video and no audio, and then you connected again with video and audio. I'm going to try to bump your other one. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to do that, though. Let's see.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
we can hear you, Ron.
All right. What else did I need to do? I just had to change computers around.
Nope, you're doing good. I think we're all set there.
Oh, the flash drive. That's it I needed. Got her in.
But I still see two Barbs for some reason. And I don't see a way to get rid of it. But, you know, I don't think it really matters.
Just ignore the one that doesn't talk.
There you
Okay.
go. Exactly.
Barb, you don't get 2 votes.
Oh, come on, Ron.
Usually I can kick someone off, but for some reason it's not letting me kick that one off.
Yeah, I was trying it at my end. I can't do anything.
I'm gonna try it from Ron's. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna reconnect to your machine, Ron. You'll
All
probably
right.
hear an echo once I reconnect. Just for a moment while I'm connected. So give me just a moment. Okay, all set. I got Barb fixed up.
All right. I see Dean's on.
Hey Ron, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Karen. How are you doing tonight?
Good. So we're the two early bird. Oh, everybody else is on now. I can see
Yeah.
everybody.
We're waiting on Greg, and I did get a message from Mary Ann Williamson. She can't make it to this webinar tonight.
Greg got a hold of me before. I don't know if he was able to get a hold of Michelle. He did not get, or he lost or deleted his email because you sent this, there he is. Never
There he
mind.
is.
He got it.
All right.
Yep, we resent it. Hi, Denise.
We hear you, Denise.
Hello and welcome.
Okay, I have verified recording is working.
All right.
We haven't heard from Sherry yet, I don't believe. Have we, Sherry? Can we just check your audio real quick? Go ahead and hit your space bar when you go ahead and talk, Sherry.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And Dean, we haven't heard from you. Can you go ahead and say something? Dean Morelli, can you hear us? There you go. I saw.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. There you go. Great. Okay, I think we've heard every. Oh, Greg, did we hear you, Greg?
I'm here.
There you are. Awesome. Okay. I think everybody, as far as their audio is working correctly. We heard from Michelle a little earlier, so we
All
know
right.
Michelle's is working.
Ron, is there anybody on the sidebar at the meeting?
There's nobody here yet.
No, virtually on Zoom. Where do we find that out at?
You won't see them until the meeting starts, Denise.
Okay.
The meeting will not start until 6:30. Once we hit the broadcast button, then anyone who is trying to get in, you'll be able to see in the participants list. And then underneath attendees. Do you see the participants at the bottom of your screen? The button there, you can hit that. That'll open up a little window. And then at the top of that little window, you'll see two tabs, panelists and attendees. Panelists are all of us, and attendees would be the general public.
How do the attendees access this? Because I actually had a couple people who wanted to try and access this and they're not having any luck.
All they do is simply go to the website, and the bottom left corner of the web page, the main web page, they'll find a link. They click on the link and it opens up Zoom.
Okay, so right on the first web page?
Yep, right on the home page of the Lockport Township website, bottom left corner.
Okay, thanks.
Sure thing.
Frank?
I can
Yep.
see me, so that usually means that you should be able to see me.
Gary says that he can see himself, but we don't see that he's on.
I can try sending him the link again.
Tell him to hit join video. Join with video.
Did you do the join with video?
I did.
Up
There you
there.
There's
are.
Gary. Yep, there he is. So go ahead, Gary, we see you now. Can you hear us? Okay. And go ahead and hit the space bar and talk, please. Your space bar will unmute you. Okay, we still can't hear you, Gary.
Hold the
Wait.
space bar down.
Okay. Are you on a laptop, Gary?
No.
Okay. So there must be another button on your screen that will unmute you whenever you would like to talk.
No,
There
you
you
just,
go.
yeah.
Yep, you just did it. There you go.
Yay. Hi, all.
How are you doing, Gary?
Much better, thanks. How are you guys?
Good.
Good seeing you, Gary.
Hey, Jim.
I like the beard.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you said it.
I just wanted to be more like Ron.
Yeah, I'm trying to get mine to grow up to the top like yours. It doesn't work.
I got all this back here that my wife wants to ponytail, and I thought, nope.
Might be a little, yeah.
I'm a little too old for that.
Hmm.
So we just waiting for Dean?
Yep, Dean is on. We're
Hi,
waiting
Dean.
just for 6:30 now, I
Yep.
believe.
Oh,
You're correct. Gary, there's probably a button on your screen that says participants. If you'd like to see everyone, you just click on the participants button. That'll open up a little window and show you everybody that's on. And then within the participants window, you should see two tabs at the top. One that says panelists and one that says attendees.
yep.
The attendees would be the general public.
Yeah, I don't want to see them. Just kidding. So I just hit panelists.
There you go.
And
We
I
got about
still am waiting.
About another minute here. And Ron, you did confirm there is no one in the building to work with the guest laptop?
Not at this time. There's nobody.
Okay, very good. I'll still have it running just in case.
Ron, Chuck did email me and said that he does still have an oxygen tank, so he didn't feel like he could handle oxygen tank and doing the meeting at the same time.
I think that's all right since it is all on this. It'll be on the flash drive anyway. What he's going to record is just going to be me sitting in front of a computer anyway. What I need to do is get this flash drive both to Romeoville, Crest Hill, and Lockport so they can copy it.
I believe that Denise is putting the sessions, our meetings, up online. Aren't they already on the website, Denise?
That is correct. The last one is not, but it will be tomorrow.
Okay. So Ron, if you'd like to just let the city of Crest Hill or the city of Lockport or Romeoville know that they are on our website, they can just simply link right to our website. You won't have to bring them anything.
That would be the easiest way. Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Sure
Thank you.
thing.
All right, I do have 6:30. I would like to call.
Hang on. Let me go ahead and start the broadcast.
Okay.
Okay, wait about 15 seconds, 20 seconds here. Because it's going to take a few seconds for people to be able to connect once we open it up to the public. And then, then we can go ahead and start. Okay, so the guest laptop is now connected. So that means that the general public should be connected.
I do.
We have 4 attendees. Yeah.
4 attendees, right?
Yep.
All right, I guess we're probably good to go then. I would like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to start tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance, please, if we could. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, what I'd like to do now, and I should probably remain standing, but I'm not going to ask you to do that since we're Zooming. I would like to have a moment of silence. We did lose our Will County executor this past week, and he did a lot for Lockport Township and a lot for the county. So if I could just have a moment of silence. All right, thank you. He's done a lot, like I said. He'll be sorely missed. I'd like to start out with a roll call.
Supervisor Alberico,
I'm here.
trustee Barb Delaney.
Here.
Trustee Karen Johnson,
Here.
trustee Greg Bickus,
Present.
trustee Dean Morelli,
Here.
highway commissioner Jim Lausch,
Here.
attorney Gary Mueller,
Present.
assessor Marianne Williamson is absent. Okay,
All right, our collector also.
thank you,
Yeah.
Ron. Collector Sherry, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget you. Sherry Williams.
All right. Okay, in your packets, you should have the monthly meeting of the Highway Commissioners, monthly meeting of May 12th, 2020. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. Are there any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. You also have the public hearing of May 12th. I do need a motion to pass the minutes for the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. You have the bills of $155,564.67. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson.
I did see her say yes, but I don't think she was still muted. Okay, moving on. Any citizens wishing to address the board? I see no participants raising their hands, so I will move on to the Highway Commissioner's report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, township officials and residents logging in to watch tonight's meeting. The Highway Department's been taking proactive measures to accomplish our duties while staying in compliance with Governor Pritzker's executive orders designed to keep our workers and residents safe. We're in the Highway Department maintenance season is in full swing. Our crews are handling the grass cutting, pothole patching, culvert replacing, drainage issues, as well as preparing some of the areas for upcoming road and bridge projects. A copy of our road paving priority list has been posted to our website, along with engineer cost estimates. And if any of the residents ever have any questions, please call our office, 815-726-6056. And that'll do it.
All right, thank you, Jim. I have no other business for the highway unless anybody's got a question or comment.
Well, actually, I have a question, and I'm not sure if it should be directed to Jim or to Ron or to both of you. Jim, I know that you were going to be putting out at our annual town hall meeting, of course, that got postponed because of the current situation. So how are we supposed to move forward with your request for the additional funding for the road?
I could answer that, but probably Denise would probably be best at answering that. She did get some information, I believe yesterday, from the governor's office.
So the annual town meeting, the governor signed House Bill HB 2096, which allows the townships by approval of the Board of Trustees to hold their annual town meeting the third Tuesday in July, which is July 20th, 2020, I believe. And of course, it has to be after the 6 o'clock. So we have to go through the same procedures as we did the last annual town meeting. We have some options. One option is to wait until the disaster is over and the governor says it is over, and then we can hold the annual town meeting, or we can hold it in July, but we have to have the okay from the Will County Health Department. So first, the board has to approve it at a special meeting, and second, we have to have the okay from the Will County Health Department.
Okay, so you have to choose a date for the special meeting to approve it, correct?
That's correct. We found out this information today. We did talk to the attorney to see if we could put it on the agenda since there's no money involved in this, and I don't believe we can. So what I'd like to do is have a special meeting as soon as Monday, if we can get it posted. It should be a short meeting just to approve the annual town meeting. That'll give our clerk time to get the health department involved, to get it okayed, and then still get it in the paper. So depending on what the feeling is of the 4 board members, the 4 trustees, all we really need to do is have a quorum, and we could do it during the day, so we don't have to mess up a night and have to come into the building. And would everybody be okay Monday during the day, maybe 10 o'clock?
I would be okay with that time. Depends what, the majority would like to.
Mm-hmm. Greg, how do you feel about that?
My schedule is undetermined for Monday yet, so that's normally during my working hours. So
Yeah.
Not sure what's gonna.
Dean, would you be okay with something to that effect?
I would have to double check. Unfortunately, I think this Monday I had something scheduled. I can see if I could rearrange it and let you know probably by tomorrow.
Well, actually, Karen, I believe you work during the day too, don't you, pretty much?
Yeah, I'm actually on vacation, so that will work.
Okay, well.
Being around the house on Monday, so that'll work for me.
Being Dean and Greg wouldn't be able to be there, we would have a quorum if everybody was okay at 10 o'clock, or we could wait till later in the afternoon and I'll come in and do it this way.
I can make every attempt to be online that day. I can just do it on my phone, especially if it's going to be a short meeting. I can do it from out in the field wherever I'm at.
Yeah, I believe it's just going to be, open the meeting, say the pledge, and approve the one ordinance saying that we could have the meeting or have the annual town meeting, I believe, right? Denise?
I would hope so, and I'm going to ask Gary this question. Do we need to approve the agenda again that has Commissioner Lausch's request for money? No. Okay.
Denise, are you more comfortable waiting to hear back from the Will County first before we schedule the workshop, or that doesn't happen till after?
So the procedure, as far as what the email said, was the township board has to approve the date and time and probably the same agenda. And then I get a hold of the county health department because we still have to abide by social distancing. So. Unless Jim can wait till after the disaster.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I thought I may ask.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean,
Do we have an
road
end date?
projects are what they are, you know. You have to do them.
And I don't believe we have a date for the end of
Absolutely.
we don't have a date for the end of the disaster. It's the problem.
Right.
So, all right, I will schedule this for 10 o'clock on Monday morning. I would ask Frank to help me get this set up, and obviously Michelle to help set up everything for me for this Zoom meeting.
Not a problem, Ron.
All right.
I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Meeting. Since we do have an agenda set, if other people were going to wanted to submit items to be on the agenda, is that still available, or is it closed because of the last agenda? I guess the question would be for Gary.
Gary, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we had the prior meeting, and we had the notifications that went out to set the agenda. There was no other input from anyone. So my supposition is that we will not be able to allow anybody to add at this time. It's already, the date is come and gone for that to be added. I could double check because of the extension due to COVID, but my gut's going to be that they're not going to allow anybody to be added.
I didn't know of anything that, you know, I didn't hear anybody that wanted to add anything, but I just wanted to be clear so we were all on the same page.
Understood.
I kind of believe Gary would be right on that, though. The date is set in by state statute. It came and gone. Unless there's something in the new bill that the governor signed, I would think we're just going to have the meeting later.
Yeah. And there's nothing in the new bill that discusses it at all.
Okay. Any other questions for the highway?
Ron, I just have a question basically about this, our annual meeting.
Okay.
I know obviously the concern is the amount of people who could possibly show up at that meeting. And I know a couple of the places now are asking for people to call in like with a reservation. I guess I don't know if that's something we would consider, like, you know, if we do schedule this meeting, to get some idea on how many people might be there, just to know if we would be able to do the social distancing and such, like have people call in prior and say they're coming. I mean, it's just a thought. I don't know.
My thought on that, well, I have two different frames of thought that come to my head right off the top is the annual town meeting really is run by the clerk's office. It would be her decision as to how to set that up. And we can ask people to reserve a spot and things like that, but it is a public meeting, and I don't know if we could deny them entry if they don't call legally.
Right, I understand. I just thought to get some kind of an idea if it's feasible to have it, you know what I'm saying, as far as doing all the rules and regulations with the distancing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Dean, I believe that may be where the county health department comes into play. They may set some guidelines for us. But I will extend these questions to TOI because I'm sure I'm not the only, or we are not the only township that has questions about this procedure and how it's going to move forward. Okay, and I'll let you, hopefully we can get some answers by Monday.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions for the highway department? Hearing none, I'd call for an adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
I'll second it.
I got a second by Karen Johnson. Thank you. Moving on, we'll go to the general assistance.
Thank you, board.
You're welcome, Jim. Okay, general assistance. Again, you have the monthly minutes in your packet from May 12th. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney
I'll second.
and a second by Dean Morelli. Any questions of the minutes for the general assistance? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. You have the bills of $10,138.79. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney
I'll second it.
and a second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Delaney.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Any citizens wishing to address the board for the General Assistance Fund tonight? I see no hands being raised. So I will move on. Under new business, we have the approval of the medical assistance, because catastrophic insurance is what we pass every year for in case of catastrophic insurance, obviously. I do need a motion to approve the insurance.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions?
Yeah, Ron, I just have a question. Is this the same company that you've been going with for,
Yes, it is.
okay, do you ever put this out for bid? I know it's not that much of a, premium payment,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I don't believe we have. I believe this is through TOI. We get this this company. I could ask. I will find out for you.
okay, thanks.
Possibilities. Any other questions? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Morelli,
Yes.
Vickers.
Yes.
All right. The only other thing I have is, under old business is the financial aid monthly breakdowns, which is in your packet. Again, we have 4 people on assistance right now, 2 on emergency, 2 on general. We did receive a couple of new applications. 1 wasn't returned. We have 3 applications from the previous month. I have nothing else on the agenda for general assistance, so I'd ask for a motion unless there's a question.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Karen Johnson. Thank you. All right, moving on, we'll go into our senior fund.
I think we need to vote on that just for procedural.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't vote on that? I missed it. I apologize.
Okay. I want to move on as quickly as you do.
Okay, we had a motion by Barb Delaney, I believe, and a Karen Johnson. Can I have a roll call, please?
What are we roll calling on?
I'm sorry, we,
Attorney.
the adjourning, yeah. Oh, I thought you're messing me up. I'm
We're
sorry.
we're messing them up.
Yeah,
No,
Right.
I'm in my routine here and you guys just jumped me. So I thought we we're voting on the catastrophe insurance. I thought maybe I missed that vote, but
no, you did not.
okay. Then all I need is all in favor of adjourning.
Aye.
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 Okay, meeting's adjourned. Sorry about the interruption there. Okay, now moving on to our senior fund. Again, you have the minutes of the May 12th, 2020 meeting. I do need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. You have the bills of $45,027 this month. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the bills tonight? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Morelli,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Bickus,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Alberico.
Yes. All right, motion carries. Any citizens out there wishing to address the board for the senior fund? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Everybody should have in their packets the bus report. As you know, we're still under shelter here, the transportation report from May. Under the shelter in place order, the bus services has been suspended. We are trying to protect our most valuable residents, our seniors. We can restart with limited service once we have all the proper PPE protocol in place. We need to have shields between the seats. Actually, we're talking about a shield between the driver and the seats right now. And we'll have to have the drivers wear masks when they're not driving, when they're assisting residents. And the bus will have to be sanitized after every ride. And we'll only keep it down to 1 or 2 people on the bus at a time at this point in time. But I do want to, I did get a quote on the shields. They're about $650 per bus. I kind of want to pick your brains as to how we should start this and open this up. I think our the county is starting to open up their offices, and I don't want to move too fast, too forward with our seniors, being that they're the most vulnerable in this thing, but I also want to be able to get them to their dialysis and their grocery stores and their doctor's appointments. So I'm asking tonight, should you guys feel comfortable me ordering these shields for these buses and starting maybe opening up in a couple of weeks after we get all the protocol in place? Or do you want to wait a little while longer, see how this plays out?
I'm good with moving forward.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I don't think this is gonna be going away anytime soon. Yes, we need to reopen and start servicing the seniors, and we have to do it as safe as we can.
Ron, I would just suggest possibly maybe having somebody come out I mean, have you seen the shields yet, or is it something you're just ordering online, or how are you getting these this information about these shields?
It's mostly online. I've seen pictures of it online. Basically, it's a shield that goes between the, I don't know if you're real familiar with the buses, but on the drivers, to the right of the driver, right behind him, there's a post that goes from floor to ceiling. It would hook up to that. So there would be separation. Okay. There's also a shield, I believe, behind the driver already.
Okay, so this is something you would order and our maintenance guys would install then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that actually we talked to them. I was told today that they will install them, but we got to bring the buses to Ohio. So I think our maintenance guys will be able to install them. Yeah. Can't be too hard. It's a couple of screws, I would think.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
I think when we do proceed to start with using the buses, we should limit, especially the beginning, to only doctor's appointments. I don't think grocery. I mean, if they've got this far without making trips to the grocery store, I think we should prioritize the doctor's visits.
I definitely agree with you on that. I think we would start out with the dialysis patients first, obviously, get them to their dialysis, maybe doctor's appointments. But I guess as I was talking to the dispatcher, there are going to be times when we bring the dialysis patients in at 9 o'clock in the morning for dialysis, and we got to pick them up 6 hours later, 4 or 5 hours later. There might be some dead time in there where we can call one of our seniors that have used us all the time and say, this would be an opportunity for us to take you to the grocery store because our drivers are there, they're on, you know, rather than having them sit. So that was my thought on that. We wouldn't be rushing everybody. It would be, we'll call you when we got the time.
Okay, sounds good.
Karen, what's your take on all of this?
Yeah, I agree. We should get the shields. It could be a year or more. And then this is just a best practice generally, I think, going forward for everybody. And yeah, I agree. Just start it out with doctor's appointments and then see what people call for. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and order those shields then. And I'm going to let our bus start opening up in about a week. Once we have meetings with our bus drivers, bring them back on. I want them to know the protocol, what they're expected to wear, what they're supposed to, you know, how much they get to help the residents. I still want them to help, but we also want to protect our drivers. So
Well,
we'll work.
just if I can add something too, Ron, maybe this is something for Denise, when you talk to the Will County Health Department, you know, see if they have any suggestions as far as us moving forward with this too.
Yeah. I did put in your packet, I believe everybody has it, the Illinois Department of Public Health's statements.
Right, that's pretty thorough.
That's pretty thorough, but that's pretty much, we can't open that bus unless there's a cure. If we follow all their protocols, because it's, you got to treat every customer as if they have COVID-19 with gowns, masks, everything. So we're going to do it very cautiously, very slow, and see how it works.
Okay.
And everything's subject to change tomorrow, obviously. I believe you do have a picture somewhere in this packet of the shields.
Yeah, Michelle put quite a bit of information in the packet about it.
Yeah, actually on page, looks like 2 of 4. But anyway, if everybody's okay with that, I'm going to go ahead and order the 2 shields for the 2 buses and get that going. Other than that, I don't believe I have anything else under senior, unless anybody has a question or statement. I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. All right, moving on to our town fund. Again, you have the monthly meeting of May 12th, 2020. I do need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
a second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. You also have the public hearing minutes of May 12th. I do need a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, you have the bills of $167,694.39. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I will make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
a second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of the bills?
I got a few questions on here. First
Okay.
one is the Healthcare Service Corp. So that's for Blue Cross Blue Shield, correct?
Where are you at?
6 down from the top, I think, or 7th.
Healthcare Corp, yeah, hospitalization. That's our hospital insurance for all our employees.
Okay. Joyce Widensee. which is about halfway down the first page.
Yes, I know that one too. The township, it really was unbeknownst to me, but I do appreciate it. My father-in-law passed away, and they sent flowers. Or I'm sorry, not flowers. They sent a check in his honor to my mother-in-law.
My sympathies, Ron.
Well, thank you very much. He was a good man.
Same for me, Ron. I didn't realize that.
Thank you. Thank you. And I do appreciate everybody's in correspondence. I guess I'll tell you that now. I did get a thank you note from Mrs. Widensee, my mother-in-law. Can't pass it around, but she did send us a thank you note from the family of Ralph Widensee. All right. Any other questions of the bills?
The Joliet Area Community Hospice. Is that something that was in the budget?
Yeah, that's our annual budgeted amount that we approved last month. Since once we approve the budget, we start sending that money out once they request it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm. I mean, that's all the questions I had.
All righty. Any other questions from anybody else? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. You have this month for the water bills, $15,672.35. We do need a motion to pay those bills.
I'll make a
I'll
motion.
make that motion.
Okay, I got a motion by Greg and a second by Barb Delaney. Any questions of those bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. All right, any citizens wishing to address the board here tonight? I do have one hand up.
Yes, we do. And they're allowed to speak whenever they're ready.
I believe he's muted.
I
How about now?
You're not.
Yep.
You're good now.
All right, this is Bill Pasalia, 1201 Illini. I got a few questions. One is bids. I see that there are several services and things that we're buying without bids. I wonder why that is. One is the Clean by Orican, and then the other one, I read about a $300,000 building that we're building, and there's no competitive bid. And I wonder why we don't have competitive bids. Also, I had a question in regards to the employees that are not coming in every day. Are they getting paid full time as though they're every day? And then finally, a question on the water bill. What's being done with the surplus on the water bill? On the water balance.
That was simple.
All right. Well, I appreciate your questions. Basically, this isn't a question answer part of the meeting, but it is. I will try to answer some of those. The water bills, surplus money is. We still have some surplus money. We can't make a decision on that surplus money until all the bills are paid. We're still getting a lot of requests for the surcharge and serially charge. They're coming in every day until that's all worked out. And we gave a date, and forgive me, I don't know when the date was. We gave about 6 months, though, I believe, for all those to come in. So we can't do anything with that money until all that's been settled. As far as the employees coming in, they are coming in pretty much during the week. A lot of times they are working also from home. So they are getting their phone calls at the house. They are calling me constantly with questions and getting medical equipment out to the people. So yes, they are being paid because they are working. I forget some of the other, what was some of the other questions? Oh, the bids, the building. That building was, we had a workshop last summer. We talked about maybe building a garage for our vehicles and future storage for our tractor, salt, whatever we need in this building. We had, like I said, we had a workshop. We talked about it. The board unanimously said to look into it and see if we could, what it would take. I went out to a company that does this for governments, and that's a ballpark figure. It's not concrete. It's just one that anything over $20,000, we have to either go through a company like this, or we have to go through a public hearing, through a, put it in the paper, ask for bids from companies, and this is the way people are most governments are doing it now, since there's companies that do all that work for you. That's all we did. There's no contract for that building yet. It's a decision from from our board if we're going to move forward with it. I'm getting the attitude from the board, even though they unanimously said to go ahead with it 6 months ago, that they don't want to do it no more. So I'm not going to pursue it anymore. I can only do what this board asks me to do. When they ask me to move forward, I move forward. When they tell me to stop, I'll stop. What, is there another question there, Bill? I forget.
Yeah, it was on, I guess in general, on any services that's provided, but in particular with the cleaning, the Vital Clean, Orkin.
The cleaning of the building?
Whatever the bid is.
That's in here today?
It says new business.
Yeah, under new business. Yeah, that's that was a company that approached me since this pandemic is going on right now. They came, they kill our bugs in this building, which was approved by this board. They said they have a new service that cleans the building once a week, or they'll go through the building as much as we want. As we move forward in this pandemic and we start opening our building, I think it's a very prudent idea to have the building cleaned. I thought I'd put it on the agenda to get the ideas of this board. Again, nothing's been approved yet. If they want me to go get other bids, I will. Actually, probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but I do need to get something to start talking about to move forward on this, because I do want to start opening the building. The assessor's office, I have employees in here every day now doing their phone callings. Like I said, I have somebody from my office here just about every day, if not 2 or 3 people. The clerk's office now has somebody coming in every day. So we just have the doors locked still, and it's by appointment only. I know the county is opening up. I think we need to start opening our doors to servicing our people. I want to do that within a week or 2. And these are just some of the protocols that we have to do. I think we should do for our residents. Clean the building, wipe it down, make sure, our maintenance man will be doing that constantly also, but he can't keep up by the building by himself. So this would be a service that would come in. I'm not going to ask for a vote on that until we get to that part of the meeting, but hope that answers your question. Bill.
Yeah, I want to thank you for your time, and I just think that it would present or protect the township against any possible questions later on if the services and the things we buy, we have a competitive bid on.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Any other people that would like to address this board here tonight? I don't believe I see anybody else, so I will move on. Our assessor isn't here tonight. Obviously, she had something. She called and said something came up. She couldn't make it tonight, but she did want me to pass along information. The governor signed a bill, I believe it was just today or yesterday, so that all renewals for 2020 for exemptions, senior exemptions, and will roll over from 2019. So you don't have to come and get your exemptions for the seniors. The only ones that will need to need to do it will be the new applicants, new seniors that are just turned of age. They will have to call the office, and she said she'd like to have them call her office in late June to make an appointment so she can get those exemptions in. Her phone number is 815-838-0780. So again, if you already have a senior exemption, it'll roll over from last year, so you don't have to come in again. Denise, our clerk's report. What do we have? You're muted.
But she's smiling.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Go ahead, Denise. I unmuted you.
Thank you. I do want to comment on the government bidding process because I know that Commissioner Lausch, whenever there's something to go out to bid, the government bidding process does take the lowest bidder. They do the process for you. So just so everybody understands how that works. That has been implemented in the last, I don't know how many years, but it just reduces the time spent to publish it and post it and all that for the bidding. So that's, like I said, that's been going on for a while now. My report is that the budgets have been filed with the county clerk's office, so that is taken care of. All the oaths of office are completed. I know we have a couple resolutions in here tonight that didn't get in the last meeting, so they need to be approved tonight so that I can send some information to on the assessor, the minutes and so forth, and get that paperwork taken care of. So I believe that is all I have to report for tonight. Thank you, Ron.
All right. Thank you, Denise. And I have a question. I'm not sure if it's for Denise or our attorney. I just happened to think of it. You know, when we have our regular meetings all through the years, we have our bill lists and people sign them. Obviously, through the Zoom meeting, people aren't here to sign them. So we're about 3 months late on the signatures. I've kind of been, you know, letting the bookkeeper know that it's been approved and by whom and yays, and just checking their names. Is there a protocol we should be doing right now? Making you just come in and sign? I don't know.
In my opinion, it would be better if people were, even if you had a couple of months worth run, and then you had people come in and sign even retroactively. So at least you have a paperwork in the file should there ever be any issues. But I know that the board reviews those at every meeting and approves them. So there is a basis for those to be paid, but just to make sure our files are complete, it would be better to follow that up with signatures from the board members, just like they would if we were meeting face to face.
Okay, that makes sense. What I'm going to do then, I will put these in a file in our office. And I know once in a while, Greg will come in and get his packet. Greg, take a minute and sign these, catch up. If you're in the building, ask, we'll get them out to you to get them signed. If not, we'll wait till we're all back together someday. Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah, and Ron, since you mentioned that, do you feel that you think we'll maybe be starting back with our meetings in July coming to the building?
Ooh, I'm hoping so. I really don't. I'm not good at this. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping till if we get to phase 3 where we can have up to 50 people. Well, I don't think we have too much stuff that would cause 50 people to come out at this point in time. But,
Okay.
all right. Moving on to trustees' comments and suggestions.
Ron, I just have a suggestion. And it's basically for the assessor, even though I know she's not available. What you said about the bill being signed, I have had several seniors ask me about that freeze, you know, getting to the building and re-upping the freeze. So that is pretty important. I just thought if somebody could tell her to make sure it gets posted on the website or somehow so these seniors realize that, you know, they don't have to panic that they're covered for next year.
Right. And I think that's the biggest issue is it's always been trying to communicate with people to get the point out there. But I'm going to write down right now to put it on the website.
That's a great idea, Dan. I'm getting a lot of phone calls also on that, and I'm glad that you talked about that tonight, Ron, so I can at least tell the people moving forward.
Right. And to be fair to the assessor, I believe that bill just got signed. I had heard about it, that this was in the
yes.
works, you know, but yeah, it just did get signed, so she couldn't really make the announcement until yesterday or today.
Sure.
All right. Any other questions or comments? And I'll move on to the building report, which, let me see if I could find it. I think I've gone through just about everything on it already anyway, but oh, let's see. I think I got one printed out here somewhere. Of course, I can't find it. There it is. And it's basically everything I've been saying all night. The plan, I thought there was another sheet here. As you all know, the building has been closed since the shelter in place order. The shelter in place order has been lifted, and we're going to start, we're going to stay close to the public this week, basically is my idea. Maybe start getting everything open next week. The shields, we do have the shields in place now. We got those the other day. We set them up. I'm really not happy with them. I ordered some shields. They're pretty chintzy, but we're going to make do until I'm going to try to maybe get some plexiglass and make them myself rather than play around with these companies, because well, these are pretty chintzy. But anyway, yes.
I was at the county office the other day, and maybe I can ask them where they got theirs, because they looked very nice. They were stationed throughout the whole office.
Mm-hmm.
We could ask the county where they got theirs.
That would be good. I've been looking at hardware stores for plexiglass, and I can't find any. So that's what kind of kept me from building them myself in the first place. But yeah, if anybody else has got some ideas where to get some good ones, and you know, but these will work for a while until, you know, I don't know, until they break, I guess. We're going to service people by appointment only. The fruit pantry is open to curbside pickup, and the Meals on Wheels are delivered every day. Our plan, I got another sheet in there, and I kind of put this out there for you, is our plan at the Lockport Township government is to reopen, is to go slow. All employees will have their temperatures. I'm going to try to get everybody's temperature taken every day when they come in. If they're running a temperature, I'm going to send them home. If they don't feel well, I'm going to ask them to stay home. Masks will be supplied. We have the masks here ready for our employees, and all employees will be required to wear masks when they're away from their desk. I'm not going to ask them to sit at their desk by themselves in a room wearing a mask. Away from their desk. Okay, sanitizers will also be available, both for the public and the employees. For the month of June, the building will be open by appointment only. I think, as I said, everything changes from day to day. I'm going to try to maybe open up by maybe next week or the week after, if everybody's comfortable with that. And that's my last statement. And all this can change in a matter of minutes with the way things are going here. So if everybody's okay with that, I'm going to start trying to get back to some kind of normal routines here again. It's never going to be exactly the way it was, but you know, of course, we're not going to have bingo or any plays here for a while. I did hear a request about a children's play coming here to practice and doing a virtual play on Zoom. I've got to think that through, and maybe I'll run it past you guys once I get the information on it, see what you guys think. I would like to maybe try something like that. I've got no qualms about trying to things going here a little bit again. That's all I have for the building report. The next under new business is the approval of the virtual cleaning by Orkin. We had a little discussion during the citizens wishing to address the board. I've had a discussion with one of the trustees today, and like I said, I put this on there because it was presented to me at the end of last week. I thought, you know what, if we're going to open the building, probably a good idea to get a deep cleaning every, week or something like that. If we can, if we feel it'd be safe and good for the residents coming in. This was the quote that Orkin gave me. I put it in there. If everybody was good with it, I was to say, let's go with it. But if you guys want other bids, there are other companies that do this, and it might be best to get other bids, and I'll start that tomorrow if that's what this board wants. I still think, like I said, I'm not going to open up this week. I don't think it's going to take a real long time to get another bid and get it okayed. I guess my thought would be, though, then how do we approve it? I guess we could approve for me to hire the lowest bidder, if that's what you guys would want tonight.
Ron, I have a question on the proposal, if I'm understanding.
You're back on mute. I'm sorry.
Okay, sir. I think when I leave the screen and look at the document, it doesn't allow you to speak. So in the pricing summary, they've got a few different prices. Does that mean those are different levels for cleaning those different zones of the building every week? So it's a choice between $1,200 a week or $450 a week or those other increments. Is that right?
I believe that's the way I was reading it. Again, in this pricing summary, I'm not happy with either. So I'm really not going to ask to approve this at this point in time. But, and I know in the packets I sent you, there's some spots that were highlighted, and it's hard to see the highlighting in the copies, so you don't see it. And what had happened when the guy came out and gave the bid, he looked at all the areas. Denise's office was closed off at the time, so he didn't get in there. So there's not a price for Denise's office. And I'm not going to allow everybody else's office to get cleaned without Denise's office being clean. It wouldn't be fair or right. So we would have to rebid this anyway, or get a better quote. And I'm going to, if the board feels, I guess what I want to know here tonight is this somewhere you want to go? Get the building cleaned once a week, or, forget the whole thing and just.
Well, in my opinion, obviously you want to bring your employees back into a safe work environment. I would say yes to go ahead, but just looking like with Karen, she had a few questions. This is very vague. They're really not even going much into detail what they're asked. They're telling you what you're going to be getting for that money.
Right.
So I would just recommend getting a couple more bids and ask it for more in detail as to what they're going to be doing.
And that's exactly why I kind of put this on there, because I want input on this. I want your guys to tell me what you guys want me to do, because this is all new territory for me too. And I'm not sure. Yeah, go ahead, Dean.
Sorry about that. I agree totally. It is something, I know other buildings like courthouses and offices are having this done. And obviously a lot might have to do with amount of traffic or, people coming in and out. And probably once a week is probably the going rate. So the only thing I would suggest, like everybody else is saying, that we do look into maybe at least another one or two bids and get a better idea as far as detailed, what they're going to perform every week. And obviously with the buses and that, I know our drivers are going to be cleaning stuff up, but maybe having it sprayed once a week with disinfectant, is probably not a bad idea either.
Okay, I guess my question for the attorney would be, can we approve, since it is on the agenda, virtual cleaning of the building and take Orkin off of that and allow me to go with the lower bid, and I will contact everybody with the lower bid before I approve it, because I just don't want to wait until a whole month from now and wait to have the building clean, wait until the middle of July now, if we can do it earlier and without throwing another special meeting together.
Right. My only issue would be the amount of the contract. Because as you know, if it's above a certain amount, then you got to bid it out. But if you're going to stay below that threshold, then you should
Right.
be fine.
Yeah, it would be $20,000, I believe, is the threshold, and we're going to be way
Right.
below that by
Okay,
far.
well, I didn't know how many weeks you're going to be doing it or how many months you're going to do it because,
I believe in that bid. Like I said, I looked through it a week ago. I thought there was a top price of about $5,000, if I'm not correct. It was in about $5,000 for the whole year, for a 52-week year.
then yes, you could do that.
Like I said, I won't approve it. I won't call them back and give them the approval until I hear the okay from all four of you guys, through word of mouth anyway, but we can approve the low bid
Can
tonight.
we put this on the agenda for the special meeting on Monday?
We possibly could, but what is it? Today's Tuesday. We might be able to get bids by then, yeah. If I could get a lot of bids by then, yeah, I'll put it on there real quick.
I work closely with some office buildings. We do service work, so I know they're the person that would be in charge of hiring that type of person. So I'll touch base with them tomorrow morning and see if I can get some names over to you.
That would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
forward me anybody's name, and if I get 5 or 6 bids, I'll try to get them all, you know. But once you get 5 or 6 different companies, then it's hard to get apples to apples. Everybody's talking too many different things, but I'll try to keep it as close as I can to get what we need sprayed and what we're asking for.
I think an initial cleaning is probably the most important to have done by an outside company. Once we get up and running, maybe have a deep clean weekly at beginning, maybe phasing out to bi-weekly. Once our maintenance people can actually, they may follow behind them and see what they're cleaning and what they're doing. It might be something that we can handle on our own with the maintenance people.
You're correct. The only thing I would, and like I said, I'm no doctor or nothing like that, but the original deep cleaning I don't think is quite as important because the building's been empty and the virus doesn't grow. So once we start letting people in, then I think we have to. But like I said, I'm no doctor. If you guys want to deep clean first, that's great with me too. I'd rather go on the side of caution, I guess.
I'd have to agree with what Greg recommended, because I mean, there's a lot of places that are open and have been open for quite some time, and a lot of the employees are just doing the day-to-day after they get it cleaned. So you got enough direction, Ron, so, you know, go ahead and do what we're asking you to do.
Okay, so I'm not going to even ask for an approval. Why don't we table it until Monday? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, see if you can get some other bids and get it on the agenda for Monday.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, I need a motion to table the approval of the virtual cleaning by Orkin.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
Second.
Second by Greg Bickus. Any questions? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Next on the agenda is the resolution number 2025-5 warrant to, of appointment of assessor. And I know I have that in here.
I'll make a motion. We approve resolution number 2020-5, warrant of appointment of assessor.
Okay, I got a motion by Greg
I'll second
Bickus,
it.
second by Barb Delaney. I take it the motion of the second was done really quickly so you wouldn't have to listen to me read this thing. So
That's correct.
I'll forego reading it. Any questions of the resolution number 2020-5? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Next on the agenda is resolution 2020-6, warrant to appoint a collector of the collector.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of this resolution 2020-6? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Morelli,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes,
Alberico.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Sherry, again, congratulations
Thank you.
on the appointment. That's all I have under new business. Tonight, because this is a virtual meeting, we're doing this a little bit different than what we usually do, but I do want to announce the winners of our scholarship this year. They have been notified and their letters have been sent to them, but we haven't announced it to the board. And I would like to congratulate the 4 recipients. Miss Taylor Young, who attends Lockport Township High School, is a winner. In her report, she talked about a degree in elementary education. Ms. Zane Williams goes to Joliet Catholic Academy, and she talked about a degree in business. I'd like to congratulate her. Miss Lindsay Merck, a Lockport Township High School senior with a degree in business. And Michael Shea, I believe is the way he pronounces his last name. He's also from Lockport Township High School. He doesn't say what he's majoring in, but in his report, he talks about all the building in wood and stuff that he's done. So I'm kind of thinking he's probably thinking engineering, mechanical engineer. I'd like to congratulate our 4 recipients. I'm going to ask that they please send us a picture, or maybe we'll get them in here when things slow down a little bit and we can get their picture for our fall newsletter. But I'd like to congratulate them again. Other than that, I don't have too much more. I did receive a thank you, I said, from my mother-in-law. We did receive a thank you letter from the city of, actually it's from the mayor of Crest Hill for our donation to their Crest Hill Veterans and Police Memorial Committee. I did receive a couple of public hearing notices from the city of Romeoville. I think we sent one in your packet. Since then, I received 2 more. They're kind of lengthy, but they're all for annexations in the Romeoville area. This one hereby given Village of Romeoville public hearing. This one's tonight at the same time, so this one's going on as we speak. This one is a property subject for application is located north side of Renwick Road at 350 West Renwick Road. And that public hearing, July 17th or June 17th, I'm sorry, at the hour of 5:15 at the village. And that's for 79.95 acres. We also have one from Romeoville for 17.5 acres. The properties which is subject for application are generally located on the east side of Weber Road, east of the Murphy Express at 501 South Weber Road. That's going to be June 15th at 5:15 also. That's the public hearings I received. I don't believe I have anything else on today's agenda. Unless anybody else has a comment or something they would like to say tonight, I would call for an adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
a second by Greg Bickus. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you very much, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay dry.
Okay, good
Thanks.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Michelle,
Yes.
there's a tornado warning until 7:30 in New Lenox, so be
Thank
careful.
you. I think they just extended it to 8 o'clock, right?
I don't know. I didn't get that one yet. Be safe. And thank you for your help tonight.
Okay, and I'll be in the morning.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Oh.
Ron. Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome, Michelle.
Frank, I'm not shutting anything off.
Ron,
Yeah.
there's still attendees listening, so just so you
Oh.
know,
Oh.
okay?
Okay.
It's not disconnected yet, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep, not that, yeah, I just wanted to let you know. I'm going to
Disconnect.
remote it. Yeah, I'm going to remote in so I can disconnect. And